As you can see in this little video clip, the Leviathan can use its massive, robust tail as a weapon to fight its opponents and beat the Megalodon, causing the Meg to retreat. With more weapons on the side, the Leviathan takes another edge in auxiliary weaponry. If it wasn't for the tail, this would have been another draw. X Factor. If there's one thing they both have in common, is that both of them are air breathers, meaning that both of these creatures need to come up for air, but who can hold their breath longer than the other? It's unknown to us how long Mosasaurus can hold their breath underwater, but the Leviathan, who is related to a sperm, can hold up their breath of up to 90 minutes, and sometimes, brace yourself, can hold their breath up to 2 full hours. Although whales take their time when taking a breath for a dive in the ocean, while Moses sometimes comes up, takes a breath, and goes back down quickly. But sometimes, if they need to take a deep dive, they can stay up for some time on the surface. Stats. It is now time to see which of these two creatures will be the new ruler of the seas in the battle arena. But first, we need to check their stats. The Leviathan, being more robust, having the strongest bite force in the world, and with more intelligence, he takes the edge in corporal build, senses, intelligence, auxiliary weaponry, and bite effectiveness. The Mosasaurus, being much more slender build and faster, takes the edge in vulnerability, agility, and speed. Both of them held the same edge when it came to armor and stamina. The aquatic arena is set. The combatants at the ready. Coming up, Livyatan Melvillei versus Mosasaurus Hoffmanni. Spoiler: we don't do 3D simulations, instead we do comic battles. But not a good drawer. But we're not a good drawer, by the way. So this will be a comic battle between the Mosa and the Leviathan. If you don't understand it, don't worry. We'll break it down for you at the end of the battle. As seen in this competition between these two prehistoric animals, the Leviathan was the one that came out on top. So, why did the Leviathan win? The factors that brought the Leviathan victorious were senses, intelligence, auxiliary weaponry, and bite effectiveness. While the Mosasaurus was swimming below the surface and the Leviathan eating squid, it noticed a shadow above. Curious, it sent a boom clang to echolocate. The Leviathan, became aggressive and took the Mosa as a threat or a rival. As soon as the Mosa took a breath up on the surface, he sensed something in the water. He looked down to see what was happening, and noticed the charging Leviathan at full speed opening its mouth. Near miss. He manages to dodge the attack, and with the Leviathan done breathing on the surface, they took a time of analyzing each other. The process has been done, and both of them noticed each other as a threat. The Leviathan opens its mouth and charges, but the Mosasaurus' agility, it easily moves around and bites the Leviathan's flank, echoing in pain. Holding the Leviathan, it lets go and starts to ram it. Accidentally, the Mosa got its hind flipper close to the whale's mouth, causing it to bite it and tear it off with ease. It tore off the flipper and noticed the Mosasaurus has disappeared. We are now in deep water, where the Mosasaurus lined itself in a C-shaped formation like fish do today, and accelerate with very fast speeds. The Leviathan intelligence has reminded him that, like any other predators, they attack from below like megalodons do. Echolocation is sent below, bouncing out the Mosa, then back, and alerts him about the charging Mosasaurus. He manages to move away just in time, and the Mosasaurus flunk itself out of the water and back down. The Mosa lands back into the water and was ambushed by the charging Leviathan again, ramming its flank. While both of them swim away from each other, they face each other, opens their mouths, and charge with full speed. The Leviathan did an evasive maneuver to go diagonal of the Mosasaur and got whacked by its tail. With the Mosa had no clue it can use its tail as a weapon. In response, it bites the Mosa's tail, screams in pain, and bit it off with ease. Remember, it has the second strongest bite force of any animal on Earth, and it uses its tail to fling the Mosa to the surface. The Mosa, who rarely had time to take a deep breath, was grabbed by the Leviathan's jaws and was pulled under the surface. The Leviathan not only drowned the Mosasaurus to death, but also delivered a bloodbath in the water. As soon as the blood clears, the Mosa's corpse sinks to the bottom of the ocean's floor, making the Leviathan victorious. Make sure you subscribe to Goji Headquarters and Goji Center. Also, hit the like button. If you think this one was so intense or boring, we are just getting started.